Today, we've been absolutely spoiled by the developers and the community manager teams of Call of Dragons, where not only are we getting the reveal for Tohar and Bertrand, we're also getting a feedback announcement of what's coming next to the cross server migration. So, stick around. In this video, we're going to be discussing both of those. We're going to be discussing the new commanders and what they look like, and my predictions on what they do. And we're going to be going over this email that was sent out for the cross server migration. What is up, guys? Meower here, back with a brand new Call of Dragons video. We've been absolutely spoiled today with the amount of news that's been come out in the Call of Dragons verse and the Call of Dragons community. We finally got the reveal of Tohar and Bertrand. We got their visuals, what they're gonna look like, and we're gonna throw some predictions on what they do and what their talents are, going with the Call of Dragons Discord and community in general event where you guess their talent. So without further ado, let's just take a look at what they look at. We got Tohar on the right that looks like Timon, and we got Bertrand that looks absolutely depressed for some reason, and we also got two Easter eggs in this image, but of course, everything I'm about to say is just pure speculation and nothing has been confirmed 100% yet because, as you know, things can always experience delays and experience changes. So, right off the bat, we see on the right, we see a little bear here. You know, that bear does kind of look like the bear from the Warpets teaser, only it's brown instead of black and white. So, are we looking at a new pet, maybe? Question mark. But we'll have to wait and see till the patch notes come out, because other than that, I have no idea. And on the back end of Bertrand, we also see a new dragon here that kind of looks like the Sapphire Fade Drake and the Berserk Fade Drake, but of course, this is just pure speculation. And no, Bertrand does not ride a dragon, he rides something similar to a horse. What that kind of horse it is, I have no idea. Of course, this is just pure speculation at this point. However, for the event, I personally guessed Bertrand, since he is the flying mage commander, I personally guessed he's gonna have the magic tree, the PvP tree, and the mobility tree. While for Tohar, I guessed he's gonna be a garrison mage commander. Even though I see a little hammer here, I don't think we're gonna be getting an engineering mage commander. That makes no sense at all. It barely makes sense with Nico, and he's never even used for engineering in general. So personally, I guess for him, mage, magic, garrison, and skill tree. So, or I mean, did I say tank or skill tree? I can't really remember which one I wrote. I just wrote it in in pure hype and excitement and just threw it, and probably my message will be buried in the Call of Dragons Discord. But let me know what you guys think they could be. But I am super excited for their official skill trees reveal and everything once the patch notes come out. Hopefully this week. If not, maybe next week. We'll have to wait and see. But Tohar definitely looks like Bompa, and Bertrand looks like he needs a therapist because he looks absolutely depressed. Now, moving on to the second part of the video, which is going to be the more hype part, which is finally we're getting some information about the cross server migration and what it could look like. Because cross server migration will pretty much dictate the future of Call of Dragons. So let's take a minute and read this mail together that came out and just throw some ideas on what we can expect for what's coming next, and hopefully it is a step in the right direction. So we got this mail this morning. I was at work, so I couldn't really record this video earlier. So as soon as I got off, I came here, jumped on the laptop, and started recording. So, my lord, in the 9 months since their launch, we've received plenty of feedback about retaining initial servers, and we truly value your opinions. So, if you don't know what initial servers are, they are your home kingdom or your home server, which is, for example, mine right now is server 25. So, that is my initial server while I am present in the server division. So, just terminologies pretty much. So, in the aftermath of the season reset, the absence of retained initial servers has made it challenging for lords to create a stable social space and find like minded allies. So, having an initial server is pretty much the one you start out in. like kind of like a home kingdom pretty much. Like in Rise of Kingdoms, you have a home kingdom and then you go for KVKs, while in Call of Dragons, we just go from map to new servers and so on and so forth without having an actual home kingdom. So it seems like despite the Alliance officers' best efforts, after entering a new season, the disappearance of previous social connections had created situations where former allies found themselves pitted against each other. So, from the way the game works and the way the map works, your allies this season could be your enemies the next season. Otherwise, you might not have anyone to fight at all. And since this is a war game, not having anyone to fight ends up having issues where players either quit, they get bored, they just skip a season, and that's never good for the health of the game. So it seems they are trying to address this situation by as follows. In response to this, we are considering the addition of initial servers, which can allow lords to choose to return their initial server at any time and establish a home base for socializing. Though what that means, I honestly don't know. It could be something like an expedition that has been mentioned a few times before for the past 2 to 3 months, but we'll see. The change that will be introduced are as follows. The initial servers will be permanently retained, and lords can choose to return their initial server in any season. For lords who have been already through the season, we will add a server located in Tamaris as the initial server. So we're going to have pretty much a home kingdom, and we can interact with that kingdom and basically sign up for seasons and matchmaking, huh? After the end of season 1, season registration and matchmaking will be based on the initial server. Number 3, alliances affiliated with the initial server will no longer disband at the end of the season. And number 4, cross server migration feature will be added, allowing you to choose an initial server that better suits you. So we're basically gonna be having an extreme overall of the way servers work in Call of Dragons. This is absolutely huge as it will fundamentally change the game as we know it now. Because we're no longer gonna have, jump from season to server without any rest or anything. We're going to have a home server system. So basically, for example, if you're in server 278, that is your initial server. So it seems like you're not going to be just instantly going to be thrown into the pit. You're going to have to register, you're going to have to sign up, you're going to have to participate, and you're going to have to enter matchmaking. But the downside of this is that it means it needs to be done absolutely correct, and hopefully the game population can support it and matchmaking becomes somewhat fair. Otherwise, you end up with the situations where you just might end up facing the same people over and over again, like what happens in Roots of War, or you get absolutely unbalanced matches, like for example, we were ranked 29 and we end up facing rank 10, or so on and so forth. But the thing is, the gap between them is too big. So honestly, before I just keep rambling about, I'll just accept the positive side of this is that the developers are actually listening to us and they're making a huge system overall. So hopefully this is a step to the right direction. Personally, I have no idea what can we expect, but as long as there is the ability to have a cross-server migration and the ability to join my friends wherever they are, I am content and I am happy. So let me know what you guys think. This video has just been purely about knowledge and what's been coming, and hopefully the next patch will be the biggest patch in Call of Dragons that just puts it on the map properly and cements it as one of the best games in this genre that will overtake every other game. So thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to drop a like, don't forget to subscribe, join the Discord, the link is in the description, and let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Meow meow!